Supposing a more powerful form of royal jelly could be obtained. From the queen wasp, for example.
Socially, the queen wasp is on level with the black widow spider.
Oh, no. There might be danger.
Those are my terms, Mr. Fincher. Janice Starling will be your next guinea.
A woman of fantastic desires, sponsoring a scientist with fantastic theories, and demanding fantastic results.
How old do I look? Tell me! How old?
23.
The enzymes, they're going crazy. Miss Darling will kill her and tear her body to shreds.
Pop, or follow her up, Pip. Or pillar of... put some gas in it. What's the hurry, young feller? I'm going out to gig for Doan, or Doan for gig, or Gil for oh, fiddly-dee. I'm going out to dig for gold. Gold? Don't make me laugh. Why, there ain't no more gold in them hills than there is in a hound dog's tooth. Listen, son, I've dug for gold in every corner of the world. Why, I remember back in 1849. Of course, I was just a little...
What's your name? Seabiscuit. What's yours?
They found gold in the hills! Oh, shucks. Oh, shucks.
Found gold in Virginia City.
Gold? I'm out west digging gold for Matilda, searching for ore down beneath Olay. She's my sweetheart and she's happy, has a beard just like her pappy, and she needs gold to put in her teeth. My oh my, how I sigh, when I'm digging for gold down beneath. If my luck don't change, I'll dump it, and I'll find a claim and jump it.
By Yiminy, they sure sound good.
For my sweetheart needs gold for her teeth. Gold for her teeth.
Give me a shot of nugget nectar.
They found gold at Sutter's Mill.
Gold? 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 Gold?
Whoopee!
You're just wasting your time, son. Why, I wouldn't go on one of them wild goose chases for all the gold in the world. No siree, Bob.
They found gold in the gulch. Gold?
Whoopee!
You can have the station.
Yippee!
Fighting men make up this daring unit of skiing GIs. The regular army sergeant.
You can't make an army, man, in 8 weeks. Or 90 days.
The 90-day wonder lieutenant, who's had 19 tough fighting months of seasoning.
The ski troops are the division's only eyes behind the German lines.
You've known them all, or guys just like them.
The new secret weapons are almost ready. And then you will see the trap into which you have walked.
This is the untold story of men who fought the enemy and the elements.
Down, girls!
To attempt one of the most daring feats of World War II.
Would you look at that mammoth German bridge, Sarge?
It's an almost impossible target from the air, but not impossible from the ground.
They advanced under fire in an effort to cut the enemy supply lines.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Friday Night Scream Stream. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friend, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening.
And how are you? Are you doing all right over there, Evan? Is there some kind of earthquake?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a tremor, I think. It's off the Richter scale.
Yeah, I noticed it. I was afraid it looked like, you might be stuck in some kind of treacherous,
Oh, okay.
earthquake, but it looks like it's settled now.
Down.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Oh,
there he is. What?
Aftershock.
We're gonna have to monitor those all night, so we'll be on top of that. But welcome, Evan. Welcome everyone tonight. Thanks for joining us here on the Scream Stream. On this nice and chilly Friday night, we're here bringing you public domain horror, as we always do. Help, kind of wind down the week. Enjoy
the first week. Yeah, if you didn't join us on Wednesday, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to all of you out there, all of our Scream streamers, and any first-time viewers watching out there. Happy New Year. You're ringing in the first film of 2024 with us tonight. We are embracing this time of year, January, for most of people in our neck of the woods. This is a pretty cold time of year. So we've got a perfect wintertime movie lined up for this evening. We're watching Beast from Haunted Cave from 1959, a Roger Corman executive produced film, produced mostly by his brother Gene. This is more of a Gene Corman outfit going on here, but
we're on a Gene scene tonight.
We're on a Gene. Yeah, this is all Gene scene tonight. And it's a heist film, but there's a monster in it. Of course, you gotta throw a monster in for good measure. And it takes place at I'm pretty sure a ski lodge, a ski resort. So we're hitting the slopes tonight. We're getting out there. We've got you can't see it, but I've got my snowsuit on, up to my waist. I've got my boots. My poles are just here out of frame.
Knocking over the lights and everything here in the studio.
Yeah, it was kind of a mess getting settled, but I didn't have an earthquake, so I was able to make sure that my equipment wasn't going to be too intrusive. But we are hitting the slopes tonight with this film, and so it's again, I think it's perfect timing because we're going to get a little bit of winter weather, not much, but a little bit where we're at our first of the year, and so.
Wintry mix.
A mix. It's going to be slush. It's going to suck. It's not going to be.
Yeah, it's not the fun kind.
No, I mean, we live in that part of the country where you just get slush for most of your winters. You're really lucky if you get anything more than a few inches.
Yeah, you remember when what is it? Cold Miser goes to Southtown, USA, and it just won't snow because all it does is rain.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much is a pretty good representation of what we deal with in our winters here. But we can fantasize about hitting the slopes. We can
we can dream about that thing that used to happen here, snow.
We can allow the magic of the movies to transport us, as we do every week when we're lucky enough to find these public domain horror movies that kind of fit with whatever's going on. Right now it's winter, and I'm not a big winter guy. You can count me as not a big fan of wintertime. More give me the sun and the summer and I'll, of course, fall and Halloween is the most wonderful time of the year, as we all know. But winter, you think you're more partial to it, right, Evan?
I think I used to be. I don't really mind the cold, but all the rain. Seems like every winter we get so much rain now. I just don't like it.
Nah, it's definitely not the picturesque winters that you get sold in the media, old movies and songs and books. It's not where we live. So It is what it is. This is the beauty of Beast from Haunted Cave is, and that's why it's different from your typical Corman movie. But we'll get into all that tonight. We'll get into the history of the making of the movie, some pretty interesting quotes, and some interesting trivia with tonight's film. And of course, as always, Evan brings us a wonderful cocktail to pair with the evening's film in a little segment which we call
What Were You Drinking?
What are we drinking tonight, Evan?
Well, at the risk of a mild spoiler, and if maybe you might have gotten a clue from the cartoon we watched, but there is gold involved in tonight's film. And so tonight's drink is the Gold Rush. So this is an old drink, an old recipe for the new year. It's so old. In fact, I don't have the exact year pulled up, but I know that it gets mistaken for a pre-prohibition drink. So
okay.
if that puts you even in the ballpark, you can tell that it's a pretty old recipe. If you'd like to make this at home, it is 2 parts, or excuse me, it is this recipe, it's a little heavier, I think, on the bourbon, but it's just over 2 parts bourbon to 1 part lemon juice and honey syrup.
Okay.
And this is also a good time to bring up the golden ratio of cocktails and drink mixing.
Ooh, okay.
If it's the new year, if you ever thought about maybe I don't know much about mixing drinks, I want to try something, maybe try something kind of like this one. If you don't like bourbon, you can maybe substitute that with something else. But if you look at a lot of really well-known drinks, they all kind of follow, or not all of them, but a lot of them follow this ratio of 2 parts spirit to 1 part sweet and 1 part sour.
Okay, interesting.
And yeah. So if you think, or if people talk about food and cooking nowadays in terms of what is it, salt, fat, acid, and heat,
right?
About getting a balance and giving depth of flavor. It's kind of the same thing where if you a lot of people will say you want to spice up a dish, throw in some lemon juice to really make that bring that acid, bring that kick. It's kind of the same thing here. You got some sweet, we got some sour, and especially with this bourbon, bourbon's pretty strong, so you want something that's going to kind of play well with that. So we've got some strong flavors. Honey, I don't think we've had honey in a drink up till now.
Really?
Maybe we have.
I mean, you got to think we've had 70-something drinks.
We've had quite a few, but usually sweet. When we have sweet, it's like it's sugar, it's simple syrup.
Right. Yeah. No, I think you're right. This is a first time honey cocktail here.
But old recipe back in the day. Maybe that's just what they had to use.
Yeah, makes sense. It's how the best cocktails are invented, right? All right.
So giving that a smell, yeah, I can. It smells like spirits, but I'm also getting that lemon.
That lemon definitely, and it might be the rinds on top.
That's true. Yeah, we've got the zest. We've got a nice lemon twist.
I love it.
We're gonna throw that in there.
It's very nice.
But let's go ahead and give this a try.
Cheers to the first Scream stream of 2024. The first feature.
First drink, Gold Rush.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, definitely. The bourbon, like, it's there, but it's not so overwhelming, I think.
No, it's definitely the bourbon definitely and I don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about, but I would just say that it feels like it sits kind of on top, like the lemon isn't so overpowering
Yeah.
that you're just getting lemon. It's kind of like, okay,
Yeah, you're not gonna pucker up when you drink that, but
right. I really taste the bourbon, but it's smooth. It's not like too overpowering.
Balanced.
Yeah, it's balanced. That's the word, with ice to taste.
Yeah.
So,
so that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that. The Gold Rush. It's perfect. Again, we're dealing with a heist movie tonight, and we're gonna be in the hills of South Dakota. So there's gold in them there hills.
There's gold. There's a monster in them cave.
There is a monster in them that there cave. So it's well, this is kind of an interesting plotted film. You know, the way that they got the idea of like, all right, a heist, but we're gonna throw a monster in. It's very much a Roger Corman idea. It definitely this came from Roger, but we'll talk about that tonight. I've never seen this before. This is a first time watch for me.
Okay.
So
maiden viewing.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up on the other, like the main kind of Corman public domain classics, like Little Shop of Horrors and Bucket of Blood, and which tonight's film has, cast and crew connections to all these other Corman movies that we've watched on this show. That's the beauty of the Corman stuff, is that it's all very, tight knit. And, tonight's film, I'll go ahead and, give a fact right off the bat, to the point that tonight's production was filmed alongside another Roger Corman production. Roger Corman directed film Ski Troop Attack, which we saw the trailer coming in from the pre-roll. These movies were shot back to back. I believe Beast from Haunted Cave was shot first, and then this in about 5 weeks in South Dakota.
That's so Corman.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they, the other movies that we've seen, some of the other movies that we've seen, Attack of the Giant Leeches and Night of the Blood Beast, those were filmed at like Bronson Canyon and the Los Angeles Arboretum, and the Cormans were kind of getting tired of using these locations again and again and again for their like science fiction and horror movies. So they got a kind of a deal, incentives to be able to film in South Dakota. So they shot a heist / horror movie, creature feature, and a World War II ski movie. So, again,
so they definitely weren't just trying to go on a ski vacation.
Well, that was kind of Corman, he actually in Ski Troop Attack ended up having to play the leader of the German
Really?
ski patrol, because the guy that they hired broke his leg, and so Roger had enough experience skiing that he was like the instructor or the captain or something of the Germans. And so it was kind of an excuse to ski. I mean, a lot of his films, productions that we talked about before, he kind of uses some of these location shoots as vacation, like he did for...
That's how you do it.
That's what he did for Creature from the Haunted Sea, which we've seen before, which we'll talk more about later tonight, because it is heavily connected to this film.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it in the same universe?
Might as well be.
Okay.
Yeah, might as well be.
Corman cinematic universe.
Not quite as humorous. This is very much a straight-laced kind of a heist film, whereas Creature from the Haunted Sea was very much a comedy. So it's definitely, the monster stuff is kind of secondary, I think, to the heist stuff, but I don't know if we've had a heist film on the show before. So
yeah, I don't know that we have.
So it'll be a nice.
There's not a whole lot of overlap with horror and heist movies.
No,
Usually.
there's really not.
It's usually one or the other.
Interesting combination. So
Yeah.
we'll see what they can do with the monster.
Will they be balanced?
We'll find out. Anything before we get into it tonight, Evan?
Yeah, so this cave, is the cave haunted by the monster, or does the monster just live in an already otherwise cursed or haunted cave?
I think, that's going to be the safest space for a monster to dwell, because people are going to stay away from it if it has a reputation of being haunted.
Okay.
So I think your latter theory holds up. I
So
think.
he's out in there hanging out with 13 ghosts.
Right, exactly. They're supernatural beings get along, they're very easy to be roommates with each other, because it's like, we're all about the same thing. We're all about scaring the people and kind of changing their ways,
Yeah.
getting their act together. We're gonna punish these people for pulling a heist, probably.
His roommate's the ghost of Christmas past.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, we got to
roommate.
show these people a lesson. So we'll see.
This is with the ghost of heist future.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You got kind of like a, Minority Report kind of a thing. The ghost tries to prevent the crime before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And tries to talk them out of it.
He takes the criminals to the future and he points, but the headstone is just in a jail cell.
Right, exactly. So it's a little bit of a kind of tries to be that wake up call for them, but don't know if they'll get there. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll find out.
We don't know.
On that note, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting beginning of Beast from Haunted Cave right now.
There's an earthquake.
And this film group was Corman's company.
The film group.
The film group. Nice. I believe this was the same title music from Night of the Blood Beast.
Well, reduce, reuse, recycle.
Right, I mean, makes sense. Let's see there, Richard Sinatra, apparently cousin of Frank.
Okay.
So there we go. The Sinatra connection. I'm already getting a chill. I'm already getting, where's my jacket? I need my snow blinders. It's too bright. All the snow is really messing with my sensitive corneas. Right up top. Gotta thank the people of South Dakota. Whee!
With the bunny slope.
Oh man,
How's
sign
he
me up for
doing?
that.
Not bad.
Well, he'll whip it, he always does.
Always does what?
Whatever he wants. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Mr. Alexander Wood is a very
Sign me
tasty
up for
vet.
that.
Don't you ever get thirsty?
Not at 10 in the morning.
Well, it was exactly at
Got to get up
10 a.m.
pretty early to be drunk by 10 a.m.
Ski vacation. Woo!
That was terrific. Just terrific. Feels just like you're flying and you could keep on going forever.
What a perfectly delightful idea.
Sauce still ready?
Still, are you ready for the Olympics yet?
Gypsy, you really ought to try it. It's a brand new feeling.
You mean I've missed one?
Had enough for today? Yes, Gil. I'm expecting Mr. Smith and Mr. Jones. They've been out seeing the sights.
I hope the sights are tied down.
Well, Mr. Jones and Mr. Smith want to take a lesson today? Yes, I think
They'll probably be wanting to take one all night.
Well, I doubt that. There's a cougar on a rampage in this area.
Cougar on the
I think I can
rampage.
ride with
Look
you
out.
around.
Got a loose cougar.
Jackson looks as though he could take care of anything, doesn't he, Alex?
Happiness Lodge. Your place is well named, Gil.
Thanks. I like it.
Mighty hard place to get to, though.
I like that, too.
I bet you're hard to get to.
Can you outrun a cougar on skis?
Hi, boss.
I think so. Have you seen that video of like somebody being chased by a bear while they're on skis?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And we took Polaroid pictures of people skiing and fishing. Oh, yeah, and we found a mine.
Gypsy and I are going back to the lodge. I think it might be a good idea for you two to stay up here and let Mr. Jackson show you the ropes.
He'll need one to hold him up.
They'd better learn if we're going to make that cross-country run tomorrow.
Drop by the lodge later. I'd like to take a look at those pictures.
Right, boss.
Let's go, Gypsy.
Nice.
What are you trying to do? Make that yokel suspicious?
Did I say something wrong, my sweet?
Someday I'm going to shut that pretty little mouth of yours for good.
Promises, nothing but
Yikes.
promises. Oh, give me a home where the weightlifters roam, where the rough and the rugged ones play. Where never is heard an inhibited word, and
Just looking at my phone.
Quiet! I said shut up!
Picture's okay, boss?
You could have gotten some more of the mine area. What's the vault like?
A cracker box with an iron door.
Fine. Well, boys, I think we got a classic going here. Marty, tonight you're going to go up and plant the charges in the mine, right?
Righto.
Tomorrow morning at 8:30, Gypsy is going to take the cowboy up on the ski lift to get him out of the way. At 9 o'clock, the mine blows, and everybody runs to see the disaster.
It'll look big.
Then we move into the administration building, make the heist, grab the ski lift, and meet the other two at the top for the trip.
Simple.
Simple as you, my boy.
So then we wait at Jackson's
I'm not going to be able to
cabin.
remember the whole
Pastor
plan.
shows with the plane, right?
Right.
I thought they were going to ski away.
Well, that would be the way to do it.
Hello, Gil.
Hi. How are the leg muscles?
Well, they're a little sore, but I think they're going to be all right.
Good. Say, I need about $20 for supplies.
Marty?
I'd like you to reconsider taking this cross-country run. It's 2 days to the cabin. If anything happens, we're out of luck.
Well, don't worry. If Byron breaks a leg, we can always shoot him.
Hiya, Jackson. Did you get that cougar?
Well, not yet, Miss Brulette.
Uh-oh.
I'll see you later.
Won't you have a drink with us?
Mr. Jackson has to get things ready for the trip tomorrow. We'd like to leave between 8 and 8:30. Is that all right, Gil?
That's fine. I'll see you later.
Wow, nice.
People like that really exist?
Not for you, Charles.
Not for me, Charles, because I'm with you, Sam.
You said it, Jane.
Don't understand their banter. Nice. Getting wasted on Schlitz at the ski lodge bar. Playing with whatever the fuck kind of game that
enjoying
is.
their freedom. Do-si-do and around we go.
What kind of freedom is that?
No, S-Sync. No, it
Down
wasn't.
to their petty little futures.
Might be nice to have a future, even a petty little one.
What's bugging you, Charles? Don't you like the setup anymore?
Anymore has been a long time.
What's wrong? Nothing's changed.
Maybe I have, Charles.
What's with your friends? They're spending.
scotch on the rocks, 3 bourbons with branches, 1 daiquiri, and 2 gin fizzes. Hi, Gil.
Gin
Hi, Natalie.
fizzes. Uh-oh.
I think I feel like a little dance.
Just stay put, Charles.
Don't understand why he keeps calling her. I guess it's her name's Charles.
Howdy, cowboy.
Howdy yourself. Where's Natalie? Was here a minute ago.
Come on, nature boy, I want to dance.
Uh-oh.
This guy looks like he came from the Alps.
Yeah.
Woodsman, what goes on behind that big silent face of yours?
Nothing clever enough to interest you, I'm afraid.
Well, we don't have to be clever all the time. I can talk about the important things, like, nature.
Oh my God!
What do you
All
think of
right.
nature
You're in the shot.
It's pretty natural.
Do you have a girl?
2 or 3.
Nice.
Well, I don't think that's enough.
Oh yeah, don't mind me, the husband. I'm just gonna hang out over here with my. What? I don't even know what kind of cigar he's smoking there. Long filtered cigar.
You want to go down to Lover's Cave?
It's not haunted.
Hey, what's that in there?
Part of the broken boot mine.
Oh, yeah? Let's go take a look.
Nothing to see this time of night. Besides, it's kind of spooky in the dark. And there's been this big cat around.
Well, this, baby will take care of any little pussycat.
Got my gat for that cat.
How come you pack a gun?
Well, Gil Jackson told me about the cougar. Want to take a look? Come on.
What are you going to do now?
I've never seen a gold mine before. I want to take a look.
Nice. All right, it's safe. Let's go.
All right, cleared it out.
Come on.
Well, at least the lights are still on.
Are you sure this place is abandoned?
You wait here a minute.
Oh God, you shot one of the miners.
There's lead in my here chest. I would not be. You know me. I'm very hesitant to trespass, so I wouldn't have even set foot in this cave. But definitely once it starts getting all cramped and broken down.
But you would be okay with being part of a heist, but you draw the line at trespassing.
Right, exactly. Because heist, you're not really trespassing. You're working your way from the inside. Oh! Nice. Got her. Got me.
Did you have a big ball down there?
Uh-huh.
Did you have a big
Pretty
ball?
blonde woman, your wife?
Humpty Dumpty had a big
My
ball.
boss's secretary.
Oh. get it. She sure can do her share of drinking.
You sure can do your share of talking.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, look at that.
Haunted cave.
Got him. Wow, that was very very subtle.
Stop it.
Stop what?
Staring at him.
Staring at who?
The cowboy.
He's not wearing a hat. How do you know he's a cowboy? I haven't seen his spurs.
Yeah, have we seen boots?
Blind dates and bobby socks. Chocolate malls.
Have you seen Natalie? Who? The dark-haired girl that serves drinks here.
Yeah, his gun didn't really seem to stop the beast. Pretty abrupt.
I'm still serving.
Ethan over in the chat at YouTube. Hello, Ethan.
What's up?
What's up?
Sorry, we can't help
Welcome.
you. Can't even help myself.
Be back in a minute.
Wait, is that the guy?
What's the matter with you?
He made it out.
Something go wrong?
You don't have to run faster than the beast. You only have to run faster than your girlfriend.
Come on, talk.
I told you.
You told me nothing.
I told you.
Did you set the charges? At 9 o'clock? What's bugging you?
You killed that good-looking chick.
What chick?
Natalie.
You mean the girl that works in the bar? You took that girl.
What happened to him?
Stupid idiot.
I know all that.
He took the barmaid to the mine and somehow managed to let her get knocked off.
Knocked off. She's dead? The dark-haired girl?
I don't know. Maybe the cougar got her.
There wasn't any cougar.
That's no
I saw
cougar.
this thing and I saw this egg right down in the shaft where I planted the charge.
Alex, are you going to blow up that mine tomorrow?
At 9 o'clock. That means that you and Nature Boy will be at the top of the ski lift at 8:30.
You're going to blow up that mine, kill all those people. Alex, you're nothing but a mass murderer. Just a few bars of gold.
Tomorrow's Sunday, nobody works.
You all set for the big adventure?
You certainly look bright and shiny this morning.
You expecting maybe a hangover?
Certainly not a girl from a soap commercial. Good morning.
Is it that time already?
You were the one that said 8.
That must have been out of my mind.
I just checked on Marty and Byron. They're still out.
Classic
Look, why don't you
Marty
two
and Byron.
go on up to the ski lift? The boys and I'll have breakfast and join you later.
No last chance to talk you out of this?
What are the state police doing way up here?
Oh, Natalie, the cocktail waitress, took off last night. Hasn't been seen since.
Oh, I see. Well, look, why don't you two get started and we'll join you in about half an hour, okay?
Okay, we'll be there.
Shall we all?
Probably that damn cougar.
to get to the top.
Nice. Good fit. The cigarilla really ties it all together.
He looks really cool.
Uh-oh. It's Sunday. What is this miner doing here? He's got to get in some overtime, really?
This workaholic miner.
Oh, fuck. Poor guy. He's just coming in to do his job. Oh, fuck.
Starting.
So I guess it's a distraction.
The worst part of the trip's over.
Thanks to the left.
Oh.
Where do we go from here?
That's where we came from and where we should be heading back. That's the way to my cabin.
And my cabin's right over there.
Looks cold and desolate.
It is.
Oh, I'll show you cold and desolate, baby.
Let's go.
God, these guys are like so ahead on their fashion trends right now. They don't even know that people are just gonna be dressing like this all the time now.
Yeah, people just
fucking
dress...
hoodie over the hat. Fucking.
People just dress like gold robbers nowadays.
Yeah. Everybody dresses like
criminals.
Yeah, like criminals these days. Definitely not suspicious at all.
It's a crime chic.
Seriously. What is he eating?
He's still
eating in the middle
peanuts.
of the heist?
He's gonna leave a trail of peanut shells.
They call us the salty bandits. That's right, S-Sync. I want a man who's cold and desolate. That's what all women want. Oh, we got some breaking news.
Unfolding now.
Okay. Nice.
Wow. Look at all that gold. Hey, can we take more than 6?
2 apiece. That's all we can handle.
Oh, that's smart. I mean, it would have been pretty dumb to just load up all the...
Yeah, I can't lift this bag. It's too heavy.
That would actually have been amazing.
Just bottoms out the car.
It's just scraping, like sparking all the way up.
Don't you ever make scenes, Gil?
I try not to.
Well, you don't have to. You can go away to your cabin and burrow in the snow. Some people have all the luck.
I think you make your own luck.
I know you're wrong. Your luck makes you. I was real lucky once, and look what it did. Got a cigarette?
How romantic.
Come on, get with it.
And that is going to take us to our first break. That was the first third of Beast from Haunted Cave. What do we think so far, Evan?
Well, I think I'm hooked. It's pretty interesting.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, we've got this monster thing. I think I saw a leg, maybe.
Yeah.
Saw a leg and some web. Is it a spider or something?
It's so I have more of a kind of rundown on what the monster was made of, which I'll go over later. But it was supposed to resemble one of those like not a lanternfly, but it's some kind of like, it's got a long body and long legs and like wings, and it's supposed to resemble something like that. Not quite sure. But yeah, so I mean, they're doing the classic creature feature move of only showing a little bit at the beginning and kind of gradually working their way up.
Yeah, but we've got our first body.
We do, yeah. Well, we've technically the body counts at 2 right now. Now, one of them's not because of the monster; it's because of the dynamite. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take, There's a lot going on.
There is. Yeah, the cops are already here because of the monster,
right?
Or I guess because of that guy,
right? Yeah, it's and the other thing I realized is that for the past like 3 out of 4 films that we have watched have been like over an hour and 20 minutes. So that doesn't always make for the most like economical plots. Some of those movies that we've watched over the past few weeks have tended to really draw out things that should not be drawn out. I think the movie that we watched last week was like the worst by far when it comes to that, just to the point of like absurdity, basically. So it's a nice thing about a movie that's only an hour and 5 minutes is that, there's gonna be plenty of stuff going on if it's a halfway decent story, which that's, I mean, the whole idea of a heist alone is interesting, but when you bring a monster kind of in the background, in the mix, that I'm, at some point it's gonna pay off. But hey, you got me. I'm hooked. It's an interesting,
pretty cool. Those Cormans they always had some interesting ideas.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, and Roger Corman, definitely just an idea machine to be able to come up with. To be able, I think 1959, the year this came out, was the year that he produced or directed like at least 10 movies. Like,
insane.
He was
just a machine.
Just ridiculous at like being able to come up with a story, have somebody write the script really fast, and to be able to produce it really fast. And to see Hugo Gomez over in the chat on YouTube. What's up, Hugo? Up? Cheers. Welcome. Yeah, and a little bit just kind of about the making of this movie. This was one of those Corman story ideas. Basically, what he did, he decided that he wanted to take the plot of a movie that he had already made that he really liked, called Naked Paradise, which I think he made in 1957. It doesn't have a monster in it, but it's kind of a heist
ski slope. Usually not naked on a.
No, it takes place in Hawaii, I believe. Yeah, okay. So it's a tropical film, no monster, just kind of a heist and romance and all this stuff. And it was widescreen and in color, and it was made for some other company. So when Roger was making his own movies, he was like, "All right, well, I want to make a play on that, but I want to add a monster." So he went to Charles Griffith, who was like the kind of a regular screenwriter for Corman, and a lot of the Corman movies that we've watched, he like had a hand in writing. A Bucket of Blood, The Little Shop of Horrors, Creature from the Haunted Sea, so that's the thing. This is kind of a play on Naked Paradise, and then Creature of the Haunted Sea, which we watched, I don't know how many seasons ago, is just a take on this. But Creature of the Haunted Sea is a horror comedy, where this is pretty straight heist film. Creature of the Haunted Sea, it's heist and monster, but it's very much a comedy film on top of everything else.
What were we just saying about reduce, reuse, recycle?
Right. I mean, well, and that was the thing with this being shot back to back with Ski Troop Attack, is like they use all the same actors, all the same people, and both movies were shot in total over 5 weeks. So I think tonight's film took about 15 days to shoot. and basically they were. This is what Gene Corman said about it. He said, let's see. He said, this was the first time I tried to shoot in the snow, and it was very difficult.
And it sucked.
It was 20 below zero.
Oh, gosh.
According to the press book.
Wow.
There were times where it was, 20 below zero, snowing. And according to the director at one point, he said, and the director was Monty Hellman, who we'll talk more about later. But he said, it wasn't fun to make at all. It was my first film, and we had 13 days to shoot. And by noon on the first day, we hadn't gotten a shot because the equipment was all frozen.
Oh, man.
It was 10 degrees below zero. We couldn't get anything to run. Roger Corman was screaming on the phone that we didn't get our first day's quota. He was going to be on a plane the next day and take over the picture.
Jeez.
We managed to get it working.
They were out there going...
Yeah, we gotta heat it up. Yeah, huddle over the film for warmth. Yeah, I mean they got it going, and so that was the thing. So Roger came out after this film completed and did Ski Troop Attack and had his own set of problems. Apparently, it was really hard.
He was gonna come out anyway. But...
Yeah, he was gonna come. He was gonna be out there eventually anyway. But that was a film that he handed over to another director, but he kind of came up with the story, had his regular screenwriter write up a script, had Monty Hellman go out and kind of get everything established. They used a crew that was unionized out of Chicago, so he didn't have to pay him as much as he paid union crews out of Los Angeles. So it was classic Corman.
Man on a budget.
Yeah.
At least they weren't sleeping in a barn this time.
No, they weren't. They had a hotel.
They were sleeping in a mine.
But the actors were pretty, I mean, they were filming in Deadwood, South Dakota at an abandoned, I think it was an abandoned mine. And they were filming kind of around South Dakota. They wanted to film, I think, more in the Black Hills, but they realized that was going to be hard. And so they went to Deadwood, found this mine to shoot at, and but it was cold. And the actors said it was a really tough undertaking, especially because it was 2 movies in these below freezing conditions, weather conditions. And for Corman's movie, for Ski Troop Attack, for the wide shots, they go to shoot on fresh snow. But if the wide shot got messed up, they'd have to go find a new location to shoot at because the snow has been disturbed. Right. So so many complications shooting out in snow, let alone cold weather. Right. Cold weather is hard enough, but the snow, I mean, I just can't imagine. Obviously they did it for the look. They were going for a different look, and I mean, I think we can already tell it definitely it benefits, This would not be the same if it was being filmed in Los Angeles and around the canyon, It's just, this has a whole different look. And that was the thing. Corman, I mean, he started around 55, I think, and by this time at 59, he was really getting tired of shooting around Los Angeles and shooting on stages. He was trying to get out and do more, shoot on more locations. So, of course, we talked about, Creature from the Haunted Sea, which is one of the first trailer that we're going to see tonight, that was shot in Puerto Rico. And he shot 3 films, I think, in Puerto Rico, Had up it from 2 films in South Dakota, let's do 3 films in Puerto Rico. And so, that Creature from the Haunted Sea is a play on this same story. Well, then after that, around 1961, he got the opportunity to shoot not a sword and sandal action film, but a kind of a ancient Greece set action film in Greece.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, he was trying to get out, and he was shooting more in Europe. I mean, we watched Dementia 13, which I think came a few years after the movie Atlas, which was the movie that he made in Greece, which is the second trailer that we're going to see. he made Dementia 13 in Ireland around 2 years after that, I think, in Ireland. So he was really trying to get out and shoot all over when he had the opportunity. And these movies were for his own production distribution company. So this was all like Corman kind of doing it himself. And
so his MO is to just globetrot all year, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean,
making a movie a month, and you have to
I'm gonna have to let you borrow his autobiography because that's essentially how it plays. Is like, and I wanted to go to this, and then I'll talk about all the trips that he took when he wasn't shooting. Obviously the man loved to travel.
He had to figure it out.
He really did. I mean, he just had it going. I mean, and that's the thing. He knew that he could make movies that he could sell to like these minor, or I guess major independent companies out of Hollywood, like American International. But then he had his own outfit where he could do his own things and, kind of give himself a vacation and get some more than one movie out of it. Usually, it was all about amateurizing costs or something like that. I don't know, some word that I kept coming across today in the research, but Atlas actually has some of the same actors that are in the movie tonight, which is, again, that's classic Corman, just kind of using the same people, and it looks pretty ridiculous. But Corman trying to do an epic is something. So we'll get these two trailers, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting middle of Beast from Haunted Cave. So stick around. We'll be right back.
How much Jack do you think's in that strong box?
I don't know. There's plenty of Cuban sugar, though.
Here's what happened. The general beat his friend Castro to the Cuban treasury. The strongbox is now on this boat. So are a deported American gangster and his moll. And lurking in the depths is the creature from the haunted sea.
You're a crazy mixed-up kid.
I am perfectly adjusted to my life of crime.
Don't worry, Mary Bell. I'll save you.
It's all right. Be calm, everybody. The boat's insured.
Beware. The creature from the haunted sea.
When architecture of beauty everlasting was created, when champions competed in contests of strength that today are honored, then he lived and was acclaimed. Atlas, master of all the arts of combat, but a boy in the arts of love.
Read me the list of glowing opportunities for an old courtesan.
Their love defied the conventions of their day, offending the tyrant, the arrogant, the all-powerful, the feared, the lover of war and death. And then the conquerors enjoyed the pleasures of the salons of the courtesan.
This may wind up as a good old-fashioned orgy.
A wild, sensual prelude to more dire enjoyments.
Got it? I'm gonna kill you now.
You've used me, Praxamides, and I don't like it. I don't intend to be used again.
Well, suppose I should refuse to let you go.
And only Atlas dared defy him. men, Praxamides. We're not going back. Tie them up! How did you and your men escape on the night of the massacre? There's a sally port. Good. Send your men in that way and attack the wall from behind.
And we are back. So those are the trailers for Creature from the Haunted Sea and Atlas. And yeah, Atlas is, the funny thing about that is it was supposed to really be much bigger in scale, and then backers that Corman had gotten involved backed out.
Oh, they shrugged.
They did. Yeah, they didn't come through with the money. And then other promises didn't come through. Apparently the battle scene that had been planned was, he had apparently secured 500 extras and then ended up with 50 somehow. And so apparently he had a much bigger scope in mind, and then was like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to do what I always do, which is like try to do an epic with very little money, very little time, and a very small kind of like cast. Which is how like he kind of started with a bunch of Westerns, and that was his thing with Westerns, is that he always had to make them look way bigger than the budget that he had. But he was able to do it, but it wasn't easy. That's what he had to do with Atlas, and benefited from the Greek location, the Greek locale, and like shooting on actual ruins. But of course they had to explain in the plot why everything was ruins. There have been battles here for hundreds of years. Yeah. Why is everything ruined around here? Well, apparently that was because that was the thing.
It's always looked like this.
Yeah, the screenwriter of Atlas was the same screenwriter of tonight's film, and he was the one that was kind of I had written a much bigger thing, but classic Corman, the money didn't come through, and then we ended up with...
You gotta pivot, you gotta amateurize.
Right. Well, I mean, Corman, but I think that was really the last time that he did that. I think after that he
professionalized.
Yeah, he was really getting money to do bigger things, and really working with American International Pictures, and just kind of, that studio pretty much became his home until he got mad with how they cut his films, and then it was like, I'm out of here, I'm making my own studio. And then he just produced dozens and dozens of films, and up until recently, I believe, is still producing. So far, and apparently Atlas too uses the same plot, is supposed to use the same plot structure as tonight's film and the other stories. That's what the screenwriter Charles Griffith said. He was like, I just did it. Corman liked the story so much that I just used it multiple times. He just kept remaking that over and over again.
You just Control F, change a couple names.
Yeah, that's the thing. To be able to turn out as many movies as Corman did, it makes sense that a lot of them kind of recycle each other. Again, the man made 8 Edgar Allan Poe movies, and of course he was trying to do something different with each one, but it's still kind of not too hard to just kind of do the same thing but a little different each time. He was, again, when he was kind of the story guy, the idea guy, so he'd try to come up with, okay, and this is how it's a little different, this is how we're going to tweak the formula this time. But essentially taking the same script and then kind of just adding a little twist to it. But the man made money, made a pretty nice career for himself.
That he did.
So
well, I wonder if our criminals are gonna make a nice career for themselves.
we're about to find out. They've got this gold, only 6 gold bars, but I guess that's
Yeah, I don't know what that's worth.
No, I don't know what the exchange rate was at this time.
Yeah.
So
probably a lot though, right? Gold.
Yeah.
Could somebody in the audience fact check that? What's a gold bar worth?
Yeah, let's run the math on this. Figure out just especially in 1959, how much are you getting out of 6 gold bars? What's the going rate of 1 gold bar?
You know, it has just occurred to me, why does this is a ski lodge, right?
Right.
Why do they have gold bars?
A great well, no, it seemed like maybe they were somewhere else in the town.
Okay.
Like they went to a building.
Okay, yeah, they went to the city's administrative building, which just has a bunch of gold bars.
Well, I guess in a South Dakota gold rush town.
Yeah, okay, yeah, they have to find somewhere to put it.
They gotta, just a few stories up in a building and a safe.
I guess there's a gold mine.
Yeah.
There's gold bars all over this town.
I guess all gold bars are the same weight, height, shape. Like they all have this. They're all uniform, right?
Mm-hmm.
So crazy, man. Do they? I guess they still make gold bars.
I mean, I guess if they dig up gold, people still dig up gold, right? They make TV shows about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're like if you're in Alaska or something.
Yeah, gold diggers, something like that. Yeah.
You ever dug for gold?
We have
go to one of those like touristy things where you pan for
like one of the. No, I've never done one of those. Have you?
Yeah, once.
How was
went
it?
Gold panning once. It's kind of boring actually.
You don't find anything.
You find like a very, very tiny amount of gold.
Did it have like one of those things where you just pick out a bunch of like, what of they have the ones where you can find all these like stones, like all these cool looking.
Yeah, the gemstone ones.
The gemstones.
It's the same kind of thing. I like those more, even though you know those gemstones are not worth anything. I mean, at least you find like a little bit of gold, you can say, well, that's worth something, I guess. But the gemstones they're pretty, so I like them more.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you feel like you're walking away with something.
Oh yeah,
you're not gonna find gold, but you might, get a pretty rock out of it. It's worth something. Well, let's see. They got some pretty nice rocks in their backpacks right now. So we'll see if they can ski away with take the money and run. Or as in most cases, will their group tensions and the threat of the monster tear them apart? We'll find out. Anything before we get into the middle of this, Evan?
Yeah, this here's a story about Cowboy and Charles. Just 2 young criminals with nothing better to do.
It's so weird.
No, you can buy gold and silver at Walmart now.
What? Shut up,
Great.
S-Sync. Not real gold and silver. It couldn't be.
I think that is. I think I heard that recently, that they're doing some kind of... people buy gold nowadays.
Like real gold?
Yeah, like as a way to hedge their money, basically.
No joke? S-Sync says no joke. Okay, well, I guess there are people out there who are willing to sit on a few gold bars. I mean, that's all you can do with it, right? You're just sitting on it. It's not like you can go to the store and be like... I'll take this new car. Here's 1 gold bar. Like it'd be a lot easier if you could do it, instead of having to go to. I guess you go to the bank. Do you imagine?
With a gold bar or to buy a car?
Yeah, with a gold bar, like going to the bank.
I'd like to deposit this, please.
Yeah, clank. Like push it over there.
Yeah, savings.
Oh my God. We'll see. That's how this movie should end. I want to see them. I want to see how they exchange these gold bars for cash. And if it's one of those cash for gold infomercials, I'm going to be pissed. We'll find out. On that note, we're going to go into the exciting middle of Beast from Haunted Cave right now. Evan was ready for it to start back from the beginning, like last week.
And it's that bird flies.
Yeah.
Getting cold?
I got 64% antifreeze in my veins.
Oh my
You
God.
look like a faded woman
She's
regretting
an
a
android,
misspent
too.
life.
Well,
Here goes the roller coaster.
The roller coaster.
Is that the guy with the hat?
Probably.
He's the wild
how
card.
old do you get?
Every heist team's got one.
Mm-hmm. We know that's the fact. That's a fact.
You like to be alone. Things about the same for you as they were 10 years ago, right?
Pretty much.
10 years ago, I was 16. 10 million years ago.
You must have done a lot.
I've done everything.
So I have my whole life ahead of me. And yours is all used up.
Not quite. Here comes the rest of mine on that chairlift.
Giggles back there.
Let's go.
What's he doing with his
Yeah,
arms?
hell, the gang's all here.
If they get
Are you
caught, they'll
sure you
just
know what
say
you're in
that we're
for?
training for
This
biathlon.
cross-country ski run is something I've been dreaming about ever since I was a little kid.
When were you ever a little kid, Charles?
Everybody stick close and follow my lead. Okay, Gil. Here
Oh
we
my
go.
God. Those are fucking huge skis. Or is that just how big skis normally are?
I think cross-country skis are maybe a different.
They're bigger.
Maybe they're longer. I don't know. Uh-oh.
Oh my God, what? The beast is out of the cave? That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, they kill the monster in the first third of the movie, just accidentally because of the heist.
This does look kind of fun. It would suck though. I don't like to be just like, because Evan knows from kayaking with me, I don't like to just kind of go up for long stretches with like nowhere to like, you know, kind of like rest and relax and not just fucking cross country. And
Yeah, we're just gonna ski all day.
No. Oh, sledding all day, sign me up. You know, I've done this. I've created a ski lodge in my backyard the one time in the last 5 years that we got good snow.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed when the snow got downgraded to slush in the
Here
forecast.
for tonight. Whoa!
I don't know. We'll see how the rest of January goes.
Yeah.
Fingers are crossed.
Not me. I feel wonderful.
I got just the thing to fix you up.
Yeah, what?
We need firewood.
Ah!
What's wrong with you? We're being followed. What?
I've been feeling it on the back of my neck all day.
You need a haircut.
Spider
Hey, you're
web.
getting pretty useless. Don't laugh, Byron. That old tingling has saved many a trapper and prospector.
Huh? Here's
My
to the
spidey
old
sense is
tingling
tingling.
from an old prospector.
What about that wood?
Well, I'll tell you, if I can get up there, the spirit's willing. Oh, man.
Well, stay put. I'll be back in a few minutes. And while I'm gone, you can start packing down the snow.
What's hitting you?
Hey, you gotta forget that girl.
I'm not thinking about her.
Well, what are you thinking about?
The thing that got her. Now, it saw me and it means to get me. And that's what's been following us.
You're a bundle of cheer.
You better snap out of it fast, smart boy. Yeah, sure. You know, day after tomorrow, Tass is gonna come out here with a ski plane, and we're off to Canada to spin a loose.
They've got a traumatized traumatized guy on their
You
team.
knock
I
off
don't
the
know.
funny
They're
talk with Nature Boy.
screaming liability right now.
Don't tempt me.
Uh-oh. Thank you, sir. God, that is cool. You got to give it up for the production value. There's definitely production value to shoot on location like this.
Yeah, I love how stark the look is.
Yeah.
The forest and the snow.
Oh shit! She's covered in feathers.
She's been tarred and feathered.
Ah! Oh! Whoa. Kind of hard to run in the snow.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Marty!
Look at his face. Marty, what happened? What happened?
Nothing. Go back to sleep.
Why don't you turn in? I'll take the rest of your watch.
Nobody takes my watch. I still got 2 hours left to go, and I don't want to be a burden on anybody.
Finish your watch, and I'm going back to the sack.
Anybody that wants to stand watch has got to be a kook.
I'm going back to sleep before the next thrilling episode.
Are you sure you're all right? I don't mind.
I told you I'll take the watch.
Not gonna warn anybody.
Yeah.
It's all in his head.
Losing it. Got snow madness.
Ooh,
You know, the
yeah.
one.
2, 3, 4. Hands on hips. Wait.
The one bad part about their plan, they left tracks. Like their plan relies on nobody following the footprints.
Yeah.
Ski marks.
Not gonna have to work very hard.
Look at this.
What is it?
Some kind of tracks. I've never seen anything like it before. Must have passed through here during the night.
You were on guard last night. What happened?
Nothing you can handle.
What kind of an answer is that? You were on guard all last night. Did you see something or didn't you?
What I saw, you wouldn't believe.
Look, I'm getting sick and tired of this. What did you see last night?
Nothing.
Maybe I can help you to remember.
Oh, that would be nice. We could take turns sitting up with him and his friend. Come on, Alex, let's go.
Skiing. Just feeling fatigued watching it.
I told you we'd make it, Jill. It was mostly downhill.
So what?
What about the return trip? Well, it looks like a nice place. Maybe we'll stay. We should head back before dawn if we're going to make a campsite by nightfall.
Tomorrow?
Oh, isn't that the idea?
Well, Gil, we're all a little tired. Couldn't we stay over a day and rest?
That's fine with me. I'd like you to meet my housekeeper.
Massacre! It's animal!
What?
Help!
Oh my god. That'd be terrible. Oh my god.
I'd like you to meet my housekeeper, Small Dove.
Yikes.
How do you do, Small Dove?
How do you do? You'll have to forgive my son. His head was run over by a horse last
Nice. Okay, yeah, she got him. That was good. Got him.
I think I know why Byron eats like that.
Why is that?
He has to keep himself stuffed to prevent his brain from slipping down his throat into his stomach.
Now let's pause for a brief look at the news. The biggest story to hit the Black Hills since the murder of Wild Bill Hickok was Sunday's sensational robbery at the Broken Boot Mine in Deadwood.
What?
Authorities believe the bandits could not have left the vicinity by the single daily train and therefore must be hiding out somewhere in the area. Police also believe that the simultaneous mine explosion in which watchman Leonard Wilsey lost his life was in some way connected with the robbery, perhaps as a diversion. In a moment, the weather.
And now the weather.
Must have happened right after
Snow.
you left.
Lots and lots of snow.
The weatherman says snow and heavy overcast for Deadwood and Lead all day Tuesday, with strong winds Wednesday, possibly clearing Thursday. And now, back to
Gil.
music in a mellow mood.
Will the weather be the same here as it is in town?
Just about.
I hope it clears for the trip back.
Better clear tomorrow.
Why tomorrow? We're staying here, remember?
Wow.
I'll have what she's having.
Seriously.
Come on, Byron. I've never cut a buffalo rub before.
Well, I hope I'm sharp enough.
What do you do up here on these long winter nights, Gil?
Read, mostly.
What kind of stuff?
Sometimes I just flip open the encyclopedia. Something interesting on almost every page.
Don't you ever have a yen to cut out and make the big city?
What for?
Well, it's living.
Really? I went to San Francisco once. I was there for about a week. I think I saw just about everything there was to see in that length of time.
Didn't like it?
Oh, no, it was wonderful. But there's something about these mountains and trees, wind, that makes everything else kind of insignificant.
Well, I guess it takes all kinds.
It's your turn, Mountain Man. Man, mountain, man. I think you're lovely.
God. Oh shit. God. Oh. Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Damn.
Riley, drop it! Byron, put that away.
Everything over?
Please forgive my outburst, Gil. I'm afraid I have a bad temper.
I can't say much for any of you.
You don't know how much trouble I've had from this broad.
Oh. Ah.
Oh.
Nice going.
Don't step out of line, cowboy.
For the moment, you're a guest here. I'll thank you to keep your hands off Miss Bullet.
I'll treat my secretary any way I feel like it. You can keep your nose out of it.
Unless you want a 38 caliber nose job.
Whoa. 38 caliber nose job.
Where are you going?
It'd be fun taking care of that joker.
Nothing moves till the plane gets here. And I'll take care of him myself. But if you're not doing anything, you can go outside and build a fire. Keep it going. Just in case that idiot Tasser tries to come in ahead of the storm.
That idiot.
Gypsy?
Thanks for the big try, Galahad. Fortunately, I do that sort of thing all the time. Alex had a perfect right to slap me. Maybe I'll kill him someday, but I can't blame him for being sore.
Why don't you get out?
It's a very healthy relationship.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What I keep telling myself. But I know I'll never have the guts. I've become part of Alex. Maybe a sick part, but a permanent one.
What are you really afraid of?
I was an underpaid model in a wholesale house. And I met Alex. He was young and loaded. I liked the way he pushed me around. I liked it then. And now it's too late to go back. And I don't know if I really want to go back. I don't know what I want. But I know I'd rather have Alex than nothing at all.
You're selling yourself short.
Well, there's a law of supply and demand, mister. And I don't hear any bidders.
Oh, uh-oh. What? Oh my god, dude, what the hell?
Well, maybe I can let it go for tonight.
Fucking dickhead.
There's something out there.
What is that? I definitely would be wearing more than just my fucking long johns and a fucking sweater.
But anyway, I started blast.
Ah! Bullseye.
Hey, take it easy, huh?
Sorry, baby, I'm not Florence Nightingale.
No, you are
Backwoods
not.
stations have any news during the night?
Why are you so concerned with the news?
It affects business. There's a threat of war. People stop buying fireworks. What's it to you?
In a moment, the weather, which leads them to believe they are still in the area. There are no further clues. On the weather picture, forecasters warn that the new low moving in from Canada will bring blizzards to portions of the Dakotas sometime before Wednesday noon. In other parts of the country,
blizzards.
What's your worry? It might not come anywhere near here. Meanwhile, we can take it easy. Or are you in a hurry to get somewhere?
What's that supposed to mean?
Just a question.
There you go, all fixed up.
Thanks, Champ.
Sure.
Hot milk and graham crackers.
For me?
You were very brave.
Wow, okay.
Hot milk and graham crackers. Never
better?
tried them.
No.
Never better.
Definitely not hot milk. I
Pretty
don't
dumb
know.
stunt. you
Give me some
pulled.
hot chocolate, maybe.
I pulled it on my own time.
What time? You've got a 24-hour-a-day job.
Yeah? Well, my business with that baby outside is strictly personal. It's the most personal thing that's ever happened to me.
So far.
Any more questions?
Take him to bed.
How many people do you have working for you in Chicago?
Well, about 200. Why?
I poisoned
You
him.
must have quite a
Wow.
turnover. Good night.
And that is going to take us to our second break. So, what do we think? What are we thinking so far, Evan?
I think this guy's running a pretty successful fireworks company. If he's got 200 employees.
Yeah. I'm you know, every time you see that big blowout on 4th of July, you know, the big show you see on New Year's Eve, you know who they come to? Me. I got 200 people working under me, making sure that all my fireworks are getting sold and everything is smooth sailing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call smooth sailing. You know what's been going on.
No,
This
it's
cabin.
definitely. I mean, he knows. Cowboy knows.
He knows
He's
something's
figured
up.
it
These
out.
people are
sus. They're sus.
They're acting very sus.
They are. And you know, these news reports, I wonder if there's a connection. Yeah. He's
Yeah,
figured it out, but now he's just playing with them. He's just playing with
it's all
them.
just a coincidence.
Yeah. I mean, this is another kind of plot that has been used in a lot of movies where, you know, people have pulled some kind of criminals have pulled some kind of heist, and then they hole up in a house and they kind of hold people hostage. That's that was one of the trailers I was gonna show tonight. It was for a movie called Key Largo, which is a classic Hollywood movie with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, and it's kind of that plot. And it was one that the director of tonight's film referenced, was kind of an inspiration. He said it was a movie that Roger Corman liked, and so I guess that was also where the idea for Naked Paradise kind of came from. But you know, I mean, it's the heist has been pretty interesting, but it's obviously all going to blow up, and this monster is fresh on their trail. That's been interesting.
Yeah. I like this. You know, we've only gotten kind of glimpses of the monster, but I like what they've got. It does make me wonder: does that thing just live in the mine? It hasn't been a problem until now.
Yeah, I guess so. Now they've destroyed its home.
Okay,
The haunted
yeah, it's
cave
personal.
Yeah, he's got to get revenge. He's got a brain, and he is determined to get revenge, much like the shark in Jaws 4. He is gonna hunt him down to the ends of the earth, wherever this cross country journey is gonna take him to. He's gonna see that justice is done for not only the destruction of his home, but the innocent minor.
Yeah,
because
this is
obviously
his coworker.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that beast ain't gonna be living in that cave if he can't coexist with the miners who work there. So they were obviously friends. So it's double justice, double revenge. Pretty good. Pretty powerful motivation on the part of the beast.
Yeah, is the monster the good guy in this film?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess Cowboy's kind of the good guy. He's kind of a cad, you
Yeah.
know. Three or four girls is, you know, it's pretty normal for me. Leaning up against the fireplace like he was with his pipe, just listening to the radio like, I got it all figured out. Pretty good stuff.
He's the man.
He is the man. Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, obviously the beast is out for blood, so he's this third act is shaping up to be hopefully a bloodbath. We'll see. Fingers crossed. And you know, they're gonna start blasting. But we'll find out soon enough. But you know, again, I think this was the director, Monty Hellman. This was his first movie. So I think for a first time directorial effort, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's really not. Yeah, and especially for, I mean, it's ambitious to do your first film out in the snow.
Well, it was
skiing movie.
One of those things where Roger just offered him the job. So apparently Monty Hellman met Roger through Monty's wife, an actress named Barbara Morris, who was in A Bucket of Blood and The Wasp Woman, 2 movies we've watched on this show. She was kind of the, I guess the romantic interest in Bucket of Blood, and then is like the kind of the younger woman working at the beauty company in The Wasp Woman. Well, she was married to the director of this for a time, and that's how he got introduced to Roger, and he got Roger to invest in like a theater company of his, but then that went broke, basically. That didn't work out. And so he said that Roger said to him, "You should take this as a sign to do something else." So it was pretty good. So then he just hired him right after that. So that's when he offered him the opportunity to do this movie. You should do something else. How about making a movie in South Dakota?
Great.
But he loved it. He didn't go back to the theater after that. Monty Hellman knew that he wanted to make movies. He ended up working with Roger Corman for about 15 years. And he made like a couple Westerns with Jack Nicholson, one of which, The Shooting, we'll see a trailer for during our break. And he ended up having a lot of success in the set. Well, not a lot of success, but his biggest success was in the early 70s with a movie called Two Lane Blacktop, which was a road movie, which weirdly enough stars musicians from the time, James Taylor and Dennis Wilson from the Beach Boys. And it's like a weird kind of just a road movie, but apparently it was really acclaimed, and it was I don't think Roger produced that one, but Roger did produce a movie after that for Monty Hellman, I believe called Cockfighter, and but that was a failure. And apparently Roger said it was like the only movie that he backed in the 70s that didn't make money. So Roger wasn't happy about that. Mm-hmm. And I think that kind of ended their working relationship. So his directing jobs were a little more sparse after that. The only other, I guess, horror movie that he has on his resume was the direct-to-video Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 3, which I watched this past Christmas, and it's got some interesting actors, some interesting performances in it, but it's so slow. The pacing is ungodly slow, and some of the acting is pretty atrocious. So it was like, let's see that, because I mean Monty Hellman, he was like, a lot of these films that he made in the 60s and 70s have been, kind of were critically acclaimed when they came out. So it's kind of interesting that he ended up going to direct-to-video horror in the 90s, I believe, at one point.
But I guess that's just how it goes.
It's how the cookie crumbles. So, but we're going to see the trailers for The Shooting and then for Two Lane Blacktop. And then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting conclusion of Beast from a Haunted Cave. So stick around. We'll be right back.
In the suspense-filled tradition of High Noon, Jack H. Harris presents The Shooting, starring Jack Nicholson. Violent, sadistic, merciless, more exciting than An Easy Rider and 5 Easy Pieces. Co-starring Millie Perkins in her first major role since Diary of Anne Frank. Will Hutchins. Warren Oates as Willett Gachet.
You want to ride with me, boy? Okay. How'd you like the way I done Leland drum? Like I say, I'll blow it off the first word out. Go sit down over there.
Unequaled climax, which we urge you not to reveal.
Your brain's gonna fry out here, you know that?
The Shooting, rated G for all ages.
They split.
Let's go.
Don't matter, we don't have to go anyway. Come on. Okay, she's gonna burn you.
They ain't gonna catch me now.
All they think about is cars. They're not for you.
They're just a bunch of small-town car freaks, that's all they are. They've been following me clear across 2 states. 3 states.
Sure we'll race. You damn right we'll race.
Thanks.
Pink slips? You mean for cars? Where to?
You name it.
Washington, D.C.
After D.C., we'll go on down to Florida. I've got some nice beaches down there.
This color me gone, baby!
We ought to get some action soon. We'll need Fred to do a little work on the carburetors and check out the rear end.
I want air conditioning.
I want air conditioning.
Automatic heat.
I don't want automatic heat, huh?
Full rollaway bed.
Full rollaway bed.
In my back seat.
In my back seat.
I don't like being crowded by a couple of punk road hogs clear across 2 states. If I wanted to bother, I could suck you right up my tailpipe.
This man's dangerous, officer. He passes on the right a couple of miles back. I swear he's going about 90. He must be on something.
Take it easy, man. You're gonna kill us.
And we are back. So the trailers for The Shooting and Two-Lane Blacktop, which I haven't seen, but you know, far out. Those 70s road movies, man. It's kind of a, I guess it started in the 60s with Easy Rider was obviously the movie that kind of like made that genre a thing. But Roger Corman kind of claims to started it all with his movie The Wild Angels, which was like about the Hells Angels, and was, I think at the time, like one of the highest grossing independent films released. And then Easy Rider came out and was a movie that Corman was going to produce at one point and then didn't, and then when he was kind of bitter later,
They stole my thunder.
Yeah, a little bit. But you know, that the Two-Lane Blacktop is again interesting, if for nothing else than the cast of you know, James Taylor and Dennis Wilson, which, you know, Dennis Wilson was the Beach Boy who crossed paths with Charles Manson, and you know, was kind of he was the only Beach Boy who was actually a Beach Boy, and then ended up kind of just having a really stormy personal life, which included Charles Manson, and then, you know, became an alcoholic and drowned trying to fish some of his stuff out of the bottom of a like marina, like, you know, got like shallow water blackout and died. So,
jeez.
You know, I mean, you know, going in the water, I guess there are worse ways. You know, shallow water blackouts, like not a, I mean,
There were. I mean, I guess.
I mean,
do you want to die in the water, Garrett?
As somebody who loves the water, it wouldn't be the worst way to go. Like if it could be peaceful, like drowning obviously would be horrible, but there is that idea if you could just pass out and just kind of, that would be nice, just floating and it's peaceful, right? I mean. Not to give anybody any ideas. It's just,
But if you were going to murder Garrett, he'd prefer you do it while he's in the water.
Just leave me deep stranded out in the ocean, and we'll all be okay with it. We'll make our peace with it. We're about to make our peace with the end of Beast from Haunted Cave.
Who's gonna meet their end?
We're gonna find out just who lives and who dies here. It's interesting. I mean, the whole gang. If they're not beast food, I'm gonna be severely disappointed. But we'll see. We'll find out. And I want to wait until we see, because I still don't feel like we've seen all the beast. I don't feel like we've seen the beast really in action yet. So. I guess I'll wait till it's over to kind of give you the materials that make up the beast.
Okay, but, yeah, I was going to ask, but I wanted to wait.
I have the whole rundown, but I think I want to save it till we really see. I mean, I could give it to you now.
We can wait. I want to get a good look at this thing.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else before we get into it, Evan?
So on the break, I was looking at my phone, and Mr. Corman, he's a prolific guy, he's very visionary. Did you know he also did a rap album as a companion piece to this film?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Beats from the Haunted Cave.
Ooh, nice. Who knew? Roger Corman, pioneer. Yeah, in more ways than one. Look at Evan. Evan's got his own set of facts too. He's bringing to the show.
Alternate facts.
Alternate facts here. Alternate trivia. That's what we're gonna start doing, Evan. I'm gonna bring trivia. Evan's gonna bring the alternate trivia.
There we go.
Trivia. I love it. All right. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and get into the exciting conclusion of Beast from Haunted Cave right now. It's too bright.
Looking for Tasser? You won't try to make it with a storm coming up.
Doesn't make any difference anyway. Let's take a walk.
What has he got?
Those snowshoes?
I guess.
Work is a beautiful thing when somebody else is doing it.
You should try it sometime.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably chop your leg off.
Oh, it's a leg one way or the other.
Well, it wouldn't matter if it was just any old leg.
Well, not so.
I think you've noticed. Gil, I'm beginning to understand how you feel about this place.
It's comfortable and warm. At night, I like to listen to the wind trying to get in.
You think it ever will?
Not while I've got two hands to hold it back.
Gil, they're going to kill you.
Oh shit.
You don't
She
seem very
just told me.
surprised.
No, I'm not.
I can take them. All I need is this axe.
How do they figure to get out of here?
There's a plane coming. It was due this morning.
Probably delayed by the weather.
Then we were going to go to Canada.
We're going?
I would like to stick around if you'd have me.
I haven't really thought about it.
Wow. I'm not looking for
Maybe
any
not
commitments right now.
Yeah, he didn't
okay?
sound very thrilled.
Well, I didn't know anything
my
about
other
that killing
girlfriends are
until I heard it
coming
over the radio.
Whoa. What did you think this was? What did you think was happening here?
What? You want to move in?
You don't know me, and I don't know you at all. You got it in your mind you want to return to nature, and I'm part of it. But what happens when you get bored?
How do you know what I think?
I don't know. I wish I did. I know one thing for sure. I'm sending Small Dove back to her relatives. And I'm heading back to blow the whistle on your friends. If you still want to come along, meet me between 6 and 6:30 on the ridge where we first saw the cabin.
I'm giving you a 30-minute window in case you get lost out here, because I guess that would be understandable since I'm the only one that knows where we are. What is this thing that he's wearing? It's like some kind of...
It's a snow moo-moo.
Snow moo-moo.
Strong-looking woman, that Small Dove.
Big vulture.
Too bad we have to kill her.
Why knock her off? I kind of like that hefty old squaw.
Oh my God.
And Tasser comes, she goes. Along with Marty and the cowboy.
Marty sure is flip.
He's dangerous.
You really think he saw something?
Yeah, pink snowman.
Hey, boss, I found it.
Found what?
Feather in his cap. Absurdly large feather.
The Cougar's Cave.
Come on down to Cougar's Cave, my 40-plus strip joint.
Half-price drinks.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Tragically killed in the mine explosion last Sunday.
Ladies drink free.
And that's the news up to 5 o'clock.
Where's Davy Crockett?
He went hunting.
Hunting at night?
Left about 4, hunting a deer.
Venison? Sounds great.
When was the last time we had venison, Alex?
Venison.
At the Key Club.
You'd never take me out for venison anymore.
You can only afford venison on your birthday, Alex.
Venison in
Here are
Chicago?
places,
That's just
sense of
raccoon
nature
meat.
and a strong hand on the trigger.
We're running off at the mouth tonight. Why don't you drink and get fractured? You'll be normal.
What did we do on my birthday that year, Alex?
Your birthday?
When is my birthday, Alex?
Ooh, got him in a corner.
Can't remember.
On the spot.
Well, that year we spent my birthday in Florida. Pulled a bankroll robbery at the Miami Fireworks Company.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Oh, that job?
Killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Happy birthday.
Got 150 grand and put the Southern competition out of business.
Many happy returns.
You're acting mighty peculiar tonight.
What are we going to do after this job, Alex?
Oh, same things we always do. Why?
I've got an idea. Why not retire?
Playing the next job.
Retire?
You're a rich man, Alex. You've picked the bones of 1,000 boobs who happen to have enough money to catch your eye. You don't have to take chances anymore. Why not quit?
Uh-oh. You going soft on me.
Sure, I'm a rich man, Charles. And you're living high because of it. I picked the bones of 1,000 boobs, and I'll pick the bones of 1,000 more because they are boobs, and they deserve exactly what they get.
He's not in it for the money.
He's in it for the boobs.
Every day, some old man steps in front of a car. I'll send flowers, but I'll never quit.
Well, that's that.
Here's a late highway warning. The west side of Strawberry Canyon Road is now closed and will be for at least another hour. Motorists are again warned not to drive unless absolutely necessary.
I guess it
Storm
is.
is expected to last through the night. In And now a request for Mrs. Bertie Arnold in Deadwood from the Music Memory Album.
Where are you going, Charles?
For a walk, Charles.
Follow it.
Hey, boss, I just figured it out. It's Pa.
What's Pa?
Him against the wall. It's been driving me crazy.
Get out of here. Pa.
I swear, I feel like every scene that we've seen the other guy in, he's just always got that black and mild in his mouth.
Where's she going?
To be away.
I gotta follow her.
No, you stay with me.
Hey! Hey, sweetheart, this ain't no time for romance.
Oh no, he lost his feather.
Yeah, his feather fell out.
Look, sweetheart, I gotta follow her. The boss told me to.
Shit.
Hard to believe that thing could sneak up on.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Dude.
Quick thinking.
Nice.
Thank you for waiting.
Thanks for coming.
Wow. Romantic rendezvous.
You really mean that?
I usually mean what I say.
How do you know I'm not just trying to save my own skin?
It's easier for you to tell Alex and let him finish me.
It would have been easier, but it would have been impossible.
We better get started before the blizzard. It's a long way back.
He's
Snap out of it, Byron.
Snap out of it.
I see that you gentlemen have changed your ideas about my eyesight.
Shut up.
It got small now.
Well, maybe it'll be satisfied with it.
Not by a long shot. It knows who it's after.
We're gonna do something. We'll do nothing but stay put. It hasn't tried to get into the cabin yet. As a matter of fact, it ran from us.
It didn't run from us. It ran from the fire that Byron threw at it.
Well, it doesn't make any difference what chased it away. We're out here on a job. We can't afford to have any nightmares.
Okay, okay.
I never saw such an animal.
Never seen a cougar like that in all my life.
That cougar's got too many legs.
In the mine, where it got Natalie. Now that could have been buried there for millions of years until the men working on the mine found it.
I don't care what it is. I don't care if it chews up the whole state. I don't care if it came from Mars or happened by spontaneous combustion. We're going to Canada with a load of gold, so forget it.
You'll get it.
It'll get nothing.
You got small, Dove. Probably get Gypsy, too.
Gypsy? Where is she?
I saw her leaving on her skis.
Cowboy didn't come back yet either.
Gypsy and the cowboy.
Oh.
They deserve each other.
Gypsy and the cow.
Sounds like a morning show.
Where do you think they went?
I mean,
probably went
in the
back to
80s.
town.
Not now.
Yeah, no.
Should probably tell him about the robbery.
I'll get the skis ready.
We'd never catch him now.
What are we gonna do?
Oh my God. It's going
Probably run into
rogue.
that blizzard pretty soon. And they'll either
Score
have
to
to
settle.
pull up or turn back.
With a giant cave right near here. That's the only place they can hole up.
How do you know about the cave?
That's where I follow the cougar.
All right.
That's right.
Can we beat the storm?
Not a chance.
Well, what do we do?
We'll have to turn back.
I knew it was too good to be true. I knew I'd never get away.
Now, don't worry. We're not whipped yet. I know of a haunted cave not far from here. We're not afraid of ghosts. We'll wait there till the storm blows over.
Anytime your broomstick is ready.
I'm not afraid of ghosts.
Hey, Byron, knock it off. Hey, meathead, I'm hungry.
Wow.
Can't hear you, boss.
Why not?
He left?
Huh? Where would that imbecile go?
Don't ask me, boss. Maybe he's chasing that Indian squaw.
Oh, let him go.
You know, Jackson told me that the Black Hills are sacred Indian country. Heap bad medicine for evil men from foreign lands.
He must have heard we were coming. We don't eat Byron.
I don't think we need anybody.
Is that the cave?
I think so. It's
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
haunted.
Look at that cave. Alright, we're gonna see the beast. So this is the beast's home. He didn't live in the mine, he was just hanging out in the mine.
Okay.
So now we're gonna see the beast in his element. Pretty wild looking cave.
Pretty good. So him and Cowboy are just neighbors then.
Yeah, I guess so. My God, it's
Wow.
huge.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Go back. Go back.
I come to help you.
You can't help now.
I gotta work fast. She's still alive?
Yes, but she has no mind.
It's an ugly monster.
Nice of the cowboy to leave these things laying around.
What are they?
Very pistols.
What are they for?
They used to fire flares. They can be seen from miles away.
They're going to signal anybody.
Well, we can use them to light the cave, can't we?
Okay.
I'm more interested in this canned food I got here.
Listen. We still got a chance. Marty's coming. He knows the monster's here. He's gonna get it. It's sucking her blood. Killed her. Hey, he's coming at me.
Yeah, really? It's not a terrible looking monster.
No,
Especially compared to, like, Month at Sea.
yeah, oh my god, yeah, with the tennis balls.
They must be here.
How would they know?
I made a very good guess. Stay here.
Be careful, Gilly.
Yeah, I'll see if I can refresh it. Let me know if it comes back as sync. Yeah, it's not bad when you see like the whole thing, but
Yeah, the fact that it's so like big and you got the arms, it helps that it's not just a guy in a suit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You see a lot of monsters and it's just
You do.
Well, it's just a guy in a suit.
Well, I will tell you, actually, it is just a guy in a suit.
Well, right, but I mean
the arms, yeah,
it doesn't look like human shaped.
Right.
Gypsy! Get back!
You're right. Yeah, it's definitely kind of like walking. Oh shit. Okay, let me know if we come back, Ethan. Shit's being funky.
Stop wiggling, I'll break your neck. Where's the cowboy?
Help me!
Howdy, partner.
I'll take care of both of you.
He forced me to go with him.
So that's how it was, huh?
He did that without a gun.
Let's take it. You lead the way and no tricks. Hold on to her.
Good Lord.
Oh no, damn it.
Oh no.
Right when we're at the end? Well, maybe it'll be good because that was Beast from Haunted Cave. And we may be out on YouTube for a little bit, but I think we caught it early enough. I think we'll come back, but because the movie's over. So what did we think, Evan?
I enjoyed it. Pretty quick ending there.
Oh my god!
Abrupt
yeah.
ending.
It wrapped up very fast.
Wasn't much of a resolution. They kind of hit the climax and then the end.
Cut right through to the end. And yeah, I mean, it was nice to see the thing catch on fire and kind of blow up.
Yeah, that whole
Wasn't
sequence in
expecting
the
that.
cave was pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Like you said, definitely abrupt.
Yeah,
definitely fast.
Yeah, but I liked the monster. Liked the the big fight at the end.
Right. Yeah. No, it was good. They definitely give you plenty of monster at the end. They didn't skimp on the monster on showing it, so that was good. And you're right. It's definitely a more intricate design than
I think the legs.
Some of the other ones
do a lot of the work.
Yeah, it is. It's got that weird kind of like almost like a spider kind of a shape to it.
But I like the face too, because the fact that like the web is kind of covering it just a little bit, so you can't quite see it, but it looks kind of
just enough,
kind of almost skull-like or alien.
Right.
It's cool.
Right.
It's a cool design.
Yeah, and so this was. So basically, when it comes to the creature design, Corman, they wanted to go to this guy named Paul Blaisdell who had designed some other monsters, some creatures for other Corman movies. And he said the budget was so small, there was no way he was going to do it. And, they weren't even offering enough money to cover the cost of the materials it would need to make a good costume. And so he never worked for the Cormans again. So, but he was in the 50s. I mean, he in the beginning of Corman's career, he made a fair number of monsters. So instead, this actor named Chris Robinson was like, I'll do it. Like, you don't have to pay me. You don't even have to pay for the materials. Just give me a special effects credit. That's all I want.
Wow.
And so basically what he did to create the creatures kind of like you pointed out, the skeletal look, he added aluminum stripping to a plywood base, then covered the frame with chicken wire before wrapping it in sheets of muslin. He then soaked the frame in vinyl paint in order to waterproof the design, since it had to be used in the snow. The creature's head was fashioned out of 1/4-inch aluminum wire, which was then encased in steel wire and wrapped in muslin. The creature's fangs and teeth were also constructed with aluminum wire. Robinson then placed putty and patches of crepe hair onto the design before adding spun glass and Christmas tree tinsel in order to give its cobwebby appearance.
Okay. It's intricate.
A lot of different materials.
Yeah.
With an intricate design, not just like Creature from the Haunted Seas method of throw all this shit on a wetsuit and make it look vaguely monstrous. Yeah, here there's definitely some more thought going into the look of this monster and trying to find some good materials. So I think they delivered on the beast. I mean, you think about the other Corman directed or produced movies we've seen on this show with monsters, whether it's the leeches and the giant leeches or the beast and Night of the Blood Beast. I mean, you get varying results.
Yeah. We've seen some hokey looking monsters.
I mean, would you say that this is the best of those three?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite, at least.
Yeah. I think it definitely would deserve that title. I mean, again, the leeches, it's just kind of like They're not trash bags, but they might as well look like, it's just some kind of bag with these suckers stitched onto them, and then the beast and Night of the Blood Beast. I mean, I don't even know what. Just kind of a strip of monster. So it's nice here that I mean, I would have liked more of a full shot of it, but I mean, obviously you can only do so much, and what they did was pretty solid for a Roger Corman B movie. I'm not disappointed. So, and the heist stuff. I mean, it was all a nice,
interesting plot. Got pretty good characters.
Yeah, some
stakes. Good, karma at the end.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's I could definitely see the parallels between this and Creature from the Haunted Sea, sans the comedy. Like just the idea of the gangster and his dissatisfied girlfriend, and ultimately at the end everybody kind of pays.
Yeah. They saw this one, and then they thought, you know what, how we should have ended it with a joke.
we gotta
put some jokes into this.
We gotta yuck this thing up. This is just, it's getting stale. We gotta freshen this up. Nothing like throwing a few jokes in there. I mean, they even kind of have the same thing with one of the gang falling in love with someone who's from the area. It's just kind of you can see the parallels. I mean, the script is essentially the same, like you said, just a few jokes added in. But I mean, this wasn't bad, pretty enjoyable. Kind of your classic creature feature, I think.
Yeah.
And helped establish the mold. Volume back.
We're back.
Great.
Good,
there
good,
it is. Perfecto. Right at the end, right as we're wrapping it up. That's great. That's amazing. No, we I mean that was a pretty solid B movie for the first film of 2024. So that was a nice way to.
I liked it. I'm always pretty satisfied when we get a Corman movie.
Yeah. I mean, the man knew what he was doing. I mean, he definitely liked to kind of have a fast-paced story, and if it's got the word beast in the title, then you can guarantee he's gonna try to deliver in some way. So yeah, pretty solid effort. And I mean, we've been, it was also nice to get into a different locale, to get into the hills of South Dakota and the snowy environment. It was a nice change of pace. So we're gonna be keeping that up for the next film that we watch. We're gonna be experiencing different locales. We're gonna be going to Paris. Let me rephrase that. Paris by way of Poverty Row.
Okay.
So don't get your hopes up too much.
Paris, Texas.
Yeah. We're gonna be on location next for the next film here on the show. We're gonna be watching Bluebeard from 1944, which is a PRC film with John Carradine as Bluebeard. And if you're not familiar with the story, it's basically a man who just keeps murdering his wives. He just marries them, murders them, and marries them again.
I was hoping it was be a pirate.
No. We haven't gotten any swashbucklers on this movie yet, or on this show yet. Swashbuckler movies yet, but we rest assured, there's got to be some swashbuckler horror film out there. We don't have quite a swashbuckler at the end of this season, but we do have a horror film that takes place on the high seas, so get something like that. But for now, we've Bluebeard it's more of a thriller with a serial killer in it. So a little, something different from Poverty Row. It's also kind of a noir, apparently. I haven't seen it before, but it's directed by Edgar Ulmer, who's one of the great Poverty Row directors who did noirs and horror films and a lot of interesting stuff. So that'll be a good film. That'll be apparently it's one of the better Poverty Row films. So should be and John Carradine's always a hoot. So it's been a while since we've seen a John Carradine movie.
Gosh, what was the last?
We saw, it might have been Silent Night, Bloody Night. He played he didn't have any lines. He just rang a bell. Just ding, ding, ding. It was pretty great. And he popped up in the lost second episode of the show, Voodoo Man. Playing the kind of doofy assistant. So here he gets to kind of take center stage. And I mean, he was, he played Dracula Universal in the later films. Instead of Lugosi, they went with Carradine. So, I mean, he was kind of known as a horror actor. So it'll be nice to kind of see him in that lead role, which when he got the opportunity to play the lead, he definitely did pretty well. So be excited to see that. And I don't know, we've kind of got a week in January we needed to take off.
Okay.
So we may take next week off. We may take one of the later weeks in January off. I'm going to coordinate with my co-host here and we'll figure that out. But
yeah, we'll figure it out. We got some PTO to burn.
We do, but we'll keep you in the loop on that over on both on YouTube and on Instagram on our social pages. Of course, we're over on YouTube at Scream Stream Live, and if you want to go over there and check out any of our past episodes, you can find all that good stuff, like and subscribe. And we appreciate everybody from YouTube who tuned in tonight. And sorry, the end of the movie got interrupted. Of course, better the end and we're still on versus.
At least the ending was very abrupt. So if you missed the sound or if you missed a little bit of the video, you didn't miss anything.
No, and it'll be in the version that we upload on YouTube later.
Yeah, if you need to get caught up.
So the ending.
You want to see that spider burn.
Yeah. You don't worry. You can go catch it when it's over on YouTube. So again, over there at Scream Stream Live. Appreciate Ethan and Hugo Gomez for tuning in, chatting over there. And of course, if you want to follow us on the other socials, like I said, Instagram and TikTok and X at Scream Stream Show. Need to just make them all the same. But over there on Scream Stream Show. Of course, if you want to follow us, you can find me over on X at Spakenstein, and Mr. Evan Sink is over on X and Instagram at Caligari Curse. So anything before we sign off tonight, Evan?
Do you think this is where Stephen King got his idea?
Which one?
The one with the spider underground.
Oh, God, that one. Yeah.
Don't they light that one on fire?
Yeah, they do. I hate that one. Or the movie. The movie. I didn't read the actual book, but the movie was So, yeah, he just ripping off. Everybody ripped off Corman at some point. That's what happens when you make like hundreds of movies. So,
all right.
Until next time, sweet screams, everybody.
And to all, a good fright.